I used to just go with whatever meat looked good or was on sale at the grocery store. But now that I've experienced the exceptional quality, flavor, and convenience that you can get from Omaha Steaks, I'm never going back. They can build a custom food plan based on your schedule, which means less food waste and stocking up on high-quality proteins to always have on hand. With Omaha Steaks in your freezer, you're always just minutes away from a quality dinner. Whether it's Taco Tuesday or a weekend feast. Taste the Omaha Steaks difference and never settle for grocery proteins again. Get flavorful, high-quality proteins delivered by visiting omahasteaks.com. Plus $35 off when you use promo code YUM at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, code YUM. Terms apply. See site for details. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code YUM at checkout for $35 off. Minimum purchase may apply.
If you work in university maintenance, Grainger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Grainger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more, and all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, visit Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Flo, and this is my impression of a politician. I believe in the people, and their cars, and Progressive, and the fact that you, yes, you can plug in Snapshot to save even more money for being a good driver. I also believe in Sasquatch, but more as a joke, but also kind of seriously.
Safe drivers save with Snapshot from Progressive.
I approve of this message, and Sasquatch, if you are real, you can totally be my running mate.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Snapshot not available in all states.
Blog Talk Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the another edition of the 12 Radio Show. I am your host, 12 Kyle. Okay, if I can get the volume straight. The phone number to call in, 347-215-7162. Again, 347-215-7162. This is an interactive show. We ask that you not just listen to the show, but you can actually be a part of the show and participate in tonight's discussion. A couple of ways you can do that. You can log into our chat room. The chat room is always open, and it's always interactive. Create a profile for yourself and join the discussion. Again, I am your host, 12 Kyle, and this is 12 Radio. I want to thank you all for tuning in with me as you do each and every Wednesday night. The show is being broadcast live each and every Wednesday night. So in the event you cannot listen to the show live or you miss any parts of the show, make sure that you check out the archive right here at blogtalkradio.com/12Kyle. You can also catch me on Stitcher as well as iTunes. Again, 347-215-7162. Before we get started on tonight's show, I want to backtrack a little bit to last week's show. Got to thank the homie, man. The homie Q-the-Six Man came through. We talked hip-hop, dead and alive. Just kind of talked about some of the issues with hip-hop and both past and present. Got into some conversation about MCs, what we like and what we don't like. And it's always a entertaining discussion nonetheless. When you talk hip hop, especially when you talk current hip hop. So if you missed last week's episode, check it out. You can also check it out on my SoundCloud page. Go to soundcloud.com/12Kyle. That being said, let's get it started on tonight's show. Tonight's show is gonna be a little bit different because I'm gonna take you back for a second, right? This next hour, 2 hours, is pretty much going to be like it's going to be straight, Pete Rock and CL Smooth. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be straight reminiscent. Feel free to call in if you have a question for us. But we're just going to be waxing poetic about a very good time in our life. And then we're also going to bring it current, to current today's. But I label this 12 versus 27, and I'll get to that in a minute. I guess the probably the best way that I could describe tonight's show, first and foremost, you got to start with tonight's co-host. Man, it's kind of, if you had to quantify it and kind of put it into words, man, it's I don't even know if I can put it into words, to be honest, but you'll see as we move throughout the show. Nevertheless, I always say this, man, friendships are rare. True friendships are rare. Friends that become brothers are even more rare. So the question is, how did two young men meet in college on a football field and become brothers? Two young men who grew up just 9 miles apart from each other for more than 13 years, but didn't know each other until they met in the fall of 1991 at South Carolina State University. Tonight we're going to give you our story, talking about various topics. So we're going to talk heavily about our alma mater and our time spent there at South Carolina State University. Both of us were student athletes. We played football. We're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything. So be prepared to laugh. We're going to share some stories. So get in where you fit in. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's welcome to the show, good friend of the show, my man Mo. Mo, what up, man?
What's going on, Playboy?
What's good?
Hey,
what's
man.
good?
I kind of got a little butterflies, like we about to step on that. I'm telling you for real. I mean, hey, this is you said you summed it up. 9 miles apart, growing up 9 miles apart, developing a friendship that started back in 1991 on that green grass of Oliver C. Dawson and all.
Yes, sir.
And we right here. And
right.
Just to add to the growing up part, we probably competed against one another, didn't even know one another, starting in Pop Warner.
Unfortunately.
Junior high, JV, the high school, and
right.
Heard the name. We lined up across from one another a few times. 3 or 4 years in high school, but that relationship and that bond was created. Like you said, back in 1991. Where we went from being those snotty-nosed kids that came from the PD. You know about the PD,
right? Yes, sir.
To go to not only, went from competing against one another to competing together, being one of those brothers keeper, all on C. Dawson, And
that's
like I said, it's a friend.
You're right. Go ahead.
And not just a friendship, but a true brotherhood that's going to be a lifetime. I mean, we watched each other grow up. We helped each other grow. We watched each other. We grew as not just boyfriends to our girlfriends, husbands to our wives, but fathers to our kids.
Oh, no question. No question. The phone number to call in 347-215-7162. I think we got a lot of people out there from SC State listening, so we definitely appreciate the love of all of our fellow alums. Let's take it back, man. You made a good point that we probably competed against each other. Well, we know we did compete against each other in high school, but one does not. You just don't show up at South Carolina State University. Just one day you just pop up. I say everybody has a story on how they got to where they got to school. So for you, what was obviously you played football, and so what was you went to high school right there in Darlington, South Carolina, which is, as I mentioned in the beginning, 9 miles away from my hometown, Florence, South Carolina. What did it take for you to get to, what was your, I guess, football-wise, how did you end up at South Carolina State?
I ended up at South Carolina State. Let me tell you, man. It was, I was a problem child. Anybody that knows me
You think?
knows that, I was hot-headed. Like I said, in 1990 was probably the year that my, football was kind of springboarded. A bunch of, I was able to play for a coach that was way ahead of his time, and Coach Barry Harley. He came and implemented this spread offense and told me, like, listen, you're going to be my receiver. We're going to feed you the ball. And I didn't expect to get the ball as much as I did, but when our number one running back blew his knee out the summer of my senior year, man, I'm talking about I was getting the ball, 2 out of 3 downs.
Right.
And, that helped me to become, being the number one receiver in the state of South Carolina. I mean, schools calling out of the buku, scholarship offers being made. But, again, I'm a problem child. I ended up getting in that fight, going to jail. So that long sheet of schools and scholarship offers went to, 2 schools, which ended up being South Carolina State and Johnson C. Smith. Had no idea where I was going. All of a sudden, that long list of schools, that's 2 schools went to 1, and I wasn't getting any offers, any other offers. And your head coach, Kyle, when the doors, when I thought all the doors closed, I wasn't going to school. I said I'm gonna be back at home, being everything people expected me to be. Coach Virgil Wells, God bless him. He called me up and said, "You want to be a South Carolina State Bulldog?" I said, "Yes, sir. I just want to go somewhere where I can get me a quality education, and I can do what I love to do, is play ball." He said, "Let me make a phone call." And Coach Jeffries, I spoke to him. Coach George Wheeler, God bless the dead. He said, "Listen, we got a spot for you. Come on to Orangeburg." And that was my path to South Carolina State.
That's interesting that you say that too, because it's like I said, everybody has a story as to how they got there. Some are more heralded than others. For those of you listening that don't know us, both Mo and I, you're talking about guys who play football at a very high level, but we're not big by any stretch of the imagination, as far as height and stuff like that. So, when I got to South Carolina State, I was 5'6", 145, soaking wet with Timberlands on, with rocks in my pocket. Much like you, Mo, I got a chance to play under a great coach in Virgil Wells, God bless the dead, who you mentioned. And what happened was, I really, to be honest, football was on my radar because I love football, and anybody knows me knows that's my first love. Football was on my radar, but South Carolina State wasn't. So I remember, my junior year, I was really, really looking at going to Syracuse. And my mom was like, "Boy, you ain't going no damn Syracuse. It's cold up there. It's snowing. You ain't going up there." And so she kind of crapped on my idea of going to Syracuse. And then then my senior year rolled around, and it really came down to South Carolina State and Hampton. And those were the only 2 schools that really, really recruited me. I mean, Fayetteville State kind of recruited me, but I wasn't after going and seeing Fayetteville State. No disrespect to anybody listening who went to Fayetteville State, but Fayetteville State looked like the dorms at Fayetteville State looked like the Carter from New Jack City. I was not going there. So, and the playing field looked like the grass in my backyard. So, and what was interesting was everybody in my family was like, "Oh man, you're going to South Carolina State," and everybody was saying that because of, as you mentioned, Coach Willie Jeffries, who is a legend. He was the first African-American coach to coach major Division I football at Wichita State back in the 70s. He was back at South Carolina State for I think this was like his third go-round at South Carolina State.
Right.
He actually coached my uncle, Harry Carson, who's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame after many years playing with the Giants. So my family, everybody was just like, you're going to South Carolina State. Like, it was the foregone conclusion. Everybody was pointing at South Carolina State except me. So I was trying to be a little different. And it really came down between South Carolina State and Hampton. And I remember getting my acceptance letter to Hampton and South Carolina State on the same day. And I was kind of up in the air. I really, my head told me Hampton, but my heart was saying South Carolina State. But ultimately, I knew that Hampton was about to go on probation. And I was like, I don't want to play up. I don't want to leave South Carolina going to some place that I don't know anybody as far as football is concerned, and playing under a cloud of the possibility of a suspension. So I ended up at South Carolina State, and it was by far, I'll tell anybody, it was by far one of the best decisions I ever made. A game changer, a life changer. That place is the place that, and I tell anybody, the best 5.5 years of my life. And that's how long
I
it took me to graduate.
5.5. I swear, 5.5.
Because and both of us were marketing majors. So, I mean, School of Business is definitely the hardest, most difficult department on the yard. So, they told us day one, like, look, if you don't go to summer school every year, you're going to be here 5 years at least. So it took me 5.5, but again, the best 5.5 years of my life. So that's how I ended up at South Carolina State, man. That's exactly how I ended up at South Carolina State. The phone number to call in, 347-215-7162. This is the 12 Radio Show. I am your host, 12 Kyle. Tonight, 12 versus 27. I wore number 12. My man Mo right here wore number 27. Now, full disclosure, people, like I said, man, this is my man, 30 grand. I will be honest. I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret for those of y'all who don't know. We did compete against each other in high school. And my man on the other end, his team did beat my team, right? But
how many times?
Y'all won like once.
I didn't hear you. You can't count now?
Bro, I said once. Y'all won once.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Okay. No, y'all beat us our junior year, too. So y'all won twice.
So in other words, from the time y'all came in the company, I've never lost to Wilson in football.
There you go.
So,
full disclosure, you have.
I wasn't even.
Your school, Darlington.
What'd you say again? You said what?
Wilson.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. Just for those that didn't hear you, they may have walked away. What'd you say again?
Yeah, y'all never lost us.
Okay, good. All right.
So full disclosure, we never beat them. Now, in fairness to me, we didn't know, Mo and I didn't know each other at the time, right? So I wish, and maybe there's somebody out there in that's listening, one of my listeners. I mean, there's 10,000 of you guys out there. Maybe there's somebody that can build a time machine, because this is what I want to do, right? I want to jump in a time machine. I mean, both of us, we're 42, so now we ain't getting out there competing today, not like that. But I want to jump in a time machine and go. Because see, here's the thing: they won the game, but I put up 5 catches for 125 yards against him, because he was checking me the whole game. Now, I did not play defense against him. I think he got over 100 yards against him. I think.
No,
I don't know. The story keeps changing every time we talk about it.
You don't have to think. I mean, on one play, the first play from scrimmage is an 80-yard touchdown. The very first play from scrimmage, 80-yard touchdown.
I mean, the DB fell down. Shout out to Fred James.
80-yard touchdown.
Anyway.
Hey, what color uniform do you have on? What do you have on the name in front of it? What was the name in front of the uniform?
Wilson.
Yeah, okay.
So
that's who you play for.
So full disclosure, my man here, they got the best of us as far as the W column, but I took home I took home the battle, the one-on-one matchups. Now, again, we didn't know each other at the time, so, you know, I wish we could kind of jump.
You keep saying that. All right, I'm going to put it this way. Let's say you didn't know me personally, but you know, you had the press clippings. You had the scouting report. I mean, it was like wallpaper in your locker room. I already know.
I mean, keep in mind, I didn't play defense, so I didn't care about who was.
I tell you what, you probably didn't, but you heard my name echoed in y'all locker room.
I mean, so and I'm pretty sure Coach Harley.
I'm being modest right now. I'm a very humble guy.
Well, I'm not humble, and I'm pretty sure Coach Harley, your coach, Coach Harley, did everything he could. Okay, we got to stop this Dowling kid. Because that's what everybody in the region said. So there's no doubt in my mind that there was a game plan to try to stop me. And I still got 125 yards against you, not anybody else, but you. So.
And what number did you? What number did you wear?
I mean, 1. I mean, really?
I'm trying to think back.
For those of you listening, folks, I didn't wear 12 in high school. I wore number. So
you had to remind me of that too.
There's a reason why they give a kid number 1. Trust me, it ain't because they like him. Nonetheless,
a big number wouldn't look good on you, Kyle. You know, a double-digit number would not look good on you. Come on.
So full disclosure, my man, he got the better end of the stick as far as the wins. I won the battle, he won the war. So if anybody out there can find a time machine, we will gladly go back to 1991. Jump in the time machine.
I got the newspaper clipping. You want that? I got the paper clipping.
I got my stat sheet. I've shown you my stat sheet.
And I can remember all the talk I can remember the talk all that week was I think your quarterback, Keyshawn Durant, was like, you know, we're gonna have to put some extra tape on our ankles because we're gonna run all over the Blue Devils. I remember that like it was yesterday. And Ronald, I think his name was Ronald Barr. I think he didn't finish the game. I knocked him out of the game, you know, two quarters in.
You dove into his ankles. But that's another story for another day. Nonetheless.
I hate to call names. I'm sorry.
347-215-7162 is the phone number to call in. 12 versus 27. All right, so we get to South Carolina State. Do you remember when we actually linked up? Because we didn't. We actually ran track against each other, and I think that's the first time we talked because I asked the girl, I said, where is that Baycoat dude? And she showed me where you were, and I went over, I said, what's up? And we weren't, I mean, I ran track really just to stay in shape. Of course, again, this is high school, and you know, we might have said a few words or whatever like that. You might have asked for my autograph. I can't remember. But
yeah, I mean, I ran track to stay in shape. Also, I mean, I got a few records though. But I mean, we're not gonna talk about that because this is, you know, talking football. That's what we compete in. You know?
Right. So we meet. But do you remember like when we really connected at South Carolina State?
Let me tell you, you're probably gonna take it back to I think who was your roommate? Your roommate was in there. We was playing. I think I might have came by and you was playing the game.
Was it Herb or was it Bush?
Nah. It was some. I can't.
It might have been Herb.
Remember?
Shout out to Herb.
But who was the guy that was in your room? We was playing the Sega, playing the mat, and he had the music turned up so loud. I can't even hear. And I turned it down a little bit. He kept turning it back up.
That was probably Herb. That was Herb.
And I turned it off. I just turned it off.
Yeah, that was my man Herb.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Herb.
I don't remember. I know whatever it was, we connected though. I mean, you know.
I'm gonna tell you right when we connected. We had I think I saw you one day on campus. And you had on the because you used to wear this all the time. You had on that red UNLV windbreaker jacket.
Yeah.
It wasn't even, hey, ladies and gentlemen, it was like 95 degrees. This man had on a UNLV windbreaker jacket. Why he needed a windbreaker jacket on in 95-degree weather in Orangeburg, South Carolina, I do not know to this day.
I was trying to figure that out too.
I said, we kind of saw each other. I said, man, hold on, man, I know you. He was like, yeah, man, I know you too. And then we introduced them. Yeah, from the crib, like that. Now keep in mind, like I said, folks, we grew up 9 miles apart from each other, didn't know each other, so we connected freshman year, and then I think we had a freshman seminar class together, and then so after that we started, just kind of going to class. We only had that one class together. We started going to class together. Then we both ended up majoring in marketing. So all of our classes were in the business department, Belcher Hall. So we would always be at Belcher. So we would always be at Belcher or we'd always be at practice. We got to the point where, like, we were always together to the point, like, even to this day, if I go on campus, I don't – there's two questions if I'm walking on the campus of South Carolina State University right now, there's two questions. If I'm walking by myself, there are two questions that I will get from just about anybody that knows me. The first question is going to be, if I'm by myself, they'll say, hey, well, where's your wife? Because my wife went there. I met her there. And the second question, well, actually, depending on who it is, the first question is going to be, where's Mo?
Right. You're exactly right.
That's the first question people ask, even to this day. They want to know, hey, where's Mo?
Exactly
that's
right.
how it was freshman. So we linked up freshman year. So, like I said, we got a chance to play football under the legendary coach, Willie Jeffries, Matt. We talked all the time about what we wanted to do. When you finally got that chance to put on that jersey at South Carolina State, what did that mean to you when you put on the garnet and blue and had that bulldog on the side of your helmet?
Man, I think I was, I arrived. I was actually back to, my comfort level, someplace where doing something I love to do, man. I love competing at the highest level and playing in the ultimate team sport. And, I was like, man, I'm here. I mean, I was able to kind of put the past behind me, getting the charge, I was kind of free of that and able to do something I love to do, with and just being able to form that bond, that friendship.
Right. Yeah, I think for me, man, it was the first time I put on the garnet and blue, it was just a sense of pride, man, because I, much like you, grew up in the state of South Carolina. I remember an era when I was a little boy where the dope black athletes, they didn't go to University of South Carolina. They didn't go to Clemson. They came to schools like South Carolina State or Florida A&M or Grambling. What you doing over there, man? You got a transistor radio or something?
Oh, nah.
But yeah, man, it was I think for me, man, it was just a sense of pride, and it was just a great feeling, man, to be able to put on the garnet and blue with that bulldog on the side of my helmet. It was and as much like I still feel to this day, as anybody that knows me and Mo, we're two proud alums. We love our school, and we will do and fight tooth and nail for the school because we fought tooth and nail on the football field. And I think that's probably where it started. So the football experience, man, for people listening who didn't get a chance to experience, or maybe they saw it at the game, what was it like when you put on that jersey and it's game day, it's Saturday morning, you're walking down to just give the people your routine, and then how you would feel when you stepped out on the field at Oliver C. Dawson Stadium.
I mean, I was just real laid back, I'm always even kill. I mean, but I got the rush of just waking up that morning knowing that we was actually about to go out there, and obviously Dawson, put on that garnet and blue, man, and we was about to compete at a high level, man. We actually we was actually about to put on the show. This was our stage.
Right.
And, that was our stage. That was the time that, we got to do exactly what we wanted to do within reason, we was in that square circle, and we was about to defend that gardening booth. When your number was called, you wanted to make that play, and you wanted to hear your name called, you wanted to hear that band playing, you wanted to see them pom-poms in the air, and it was all for you. Everybody that was in those seats was there for you.
Did you ever get nervous before a game?
Nah, that's one thing. I see all the time now, the guys with the smelling salt. You hear it all the time in the locker room. The freshmen would come in like, Mo, man, I don't really see how you stay so relaxed and everything, man. Yeah, like, man, this is something we've been doing all our life. Hey, man, it's not plastic surgery. You're not saving a life.
Right.
I'm going out to do something that I've done my entire life. We prepared. We knew exactly what we were. We knew we had a sound game plan. We were talented. I know I was going to be better than the man in front of me. If I wasn't, at the end of the day, he sure thought I was. So,
right.
I mean, I didn't have that nervous factor, man. Like I say, I was always even killed. We cracking jokes in the huddle. I don't care what the down and distance was. Sometimes, we see the play coming in from the sidelines, and
you better than me, because I even though I never let on, I was always nervous, man, because like I just kind of always and I was even like this in high school, little league. Even when you playing against a team that you're gonna smash, I was always nervous. You're always nervous until that first hit. Once you get that first hit, you're okay. But like you said, for me, it was, I guess, part of the nervousness is because I'm a natural competitor. I love to compete, and football is the game that I love. It's my first love. So when you put me on a football field, I always felt at home, no matter what was going on in the world. I mean, you could have literally been dropping bombs outside of Oliver C. Dawson Stadium. I wouldn't care because I'm on a football field. So I'm in my zone. I'm in the place where I need to be, and there's a level of comfort there. But yeah, man, I would be nervous. I would never. I mean, I never let on. I have my little music or whatever like that.
You cry at the games. I mean, so hey, that's not surprising that you'd be nervous.
You have never seen me cry after a game. Never.
Kyle, we share our locker was beside one another for 3 years.
Hey
man,
man,
come on.
Let me tell you. Notice that the opposite word is seen, because you didn't see me cry. So
okay,
I didn't cry.
The only reason I didn't see you because the power was out. We were getting dressed in the dark, and I heard you over there.
Nah, you ain't hear me, man. Come on, man. I'm an OG, man.
And the thing about
I'm an OG.
like, man, what is that noise? I was like, come on, Katie.
Oh man, 347-215-7162. So we get to South Carolina State, man. We're athletes, but then there's a student side of it, man. How did you end up? How did you end up in marketing? How did you because choosing a major is always interesting to me. I mean, like, I really find it fascinating as to how people come up with the thing that they say, okay, hey, this is what I'm going to go to school for. This is what I want to try to do for the rest of my life. How did you end up in marketing?
Man, you asking me how I ended up in marketing, man. I didn't even realize until I seen you that I was about 18 credit hours from graduating. You talking about how I ended up in marketing? I mean, come on. All jokes aside, business. I'm a man of fashion. I'm a connoisseur. I see all that professional development class. Everybody will be dressed up. I thought that was a cool building.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought that was a cool building. I had no idea what I wanted to major in when I came to South Carolina State. No idea. I just saw people I was cool with. They were cool. That was business majors. I said, yeah, I think I wanna take some classes in that building.
So you chose your major based on the cool people in the cool building and dressing up.
Yeah, they dressed nice. I thought they were cool.
Hey, damn thing.
I'm telling you, and I'm serious. I'm serious.
Oh yeah, you dead serious. I totally believe you. I totally believe you.
But once we got in that building and started taking those classes, you know, I kind of saw the big picture. You know, I kind of saw, you know, myself, you know, making some business transactions, you know, using, you know, I didn't really realize I had a market in mind until actually, you know, cracking open that book, and it sounded like, okay, I think I can do this. I think I can be one of these people. You know? Man,
it's, you know what, for me, man, and it's kind of weird because, and I don't know how this happened, but when I got to South Carolina State, on my curriculum, they had that I was going to be, like I was supposed to major in accounting. So they automatically had me in the School of Business. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, accounting, I'm not an accountant. You know, how did I end up here? And so from there, it might have been maybe first semester of my freshman year, I changed it to, I wanted to stay in the School of Business, but I really wasn't sure, you know, I mean, micro, macro, all of that other stuff, econ, senior management. I didn't like that stuff, but marketing was something that appealed to me. And much like you know, we were going in the cool building dressed up.
That's it.
And I'm gonna keep it 100. And anybody that went to school with us can attest to this. Our freshman year, or at least our freshman and sophomore year, most of the finest women on the yard were going in that building. So
yes, I do agree. You wanted to be going in that building. And we had professional development, I always say professional development was a class that we took at South Carolina State. It was a mandatory class. We only had to take it once a week, and we had to dress up for the class. I think that was the most important class that I've ever taken in my life because I learned so much about business, so much about life. And to be honest, it was a class that I did not want to take, but I ended up taking it because I had no choice. But yeah, man, the School of Business was for me it was the place to be. Now, obviously, you know, we come to school and then we're playing so we have to balance the two. So I want to go back to football. So because there comes a point in time where every athlete realizes, especially when they make the jump from from high school to college, they have to figure out whether or not they can do it or not. And you and I both have seen more than a few people come through and they think they can do it and they realize, hey, this ain't cut out for me. When you stepped on the field, was there ever a moment when you were like, I don't know if I can make this. I don't know if I can do it. Never doubt in my mind.
Really?
Nah. Because I'm going to tell you,
honest, man, I had a moment. And I don't even know if it was so much me, but here's the thing. Like, before we got to South Carolina State, I didn't know much about their wide receivers. And Mo and I both played wide receivers. So I didn't know much about their wide receivers. All I know is what I'd seen on TV. And what I saw was those wide receivers sucked. I mean, like, they were terrible. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to go down. I mean, you know, you're just a young, cocky freshman. I don't have no hours. I don't know nothing. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go down there and start. Man, I got on the campus, and we went to practice, and we're practicing, and I see, like, these are some of the biggest, and I'm looking at these guys like, yo, this dude can't be. When you see guys that are 6'3", 6'4", running 4.40s, and you're like, okay, wait a minute, he plays receiver? Like, I've never seen that before. So it was at that moment, it wasn't so much a self-doubt, but probably after the first two practices, I realized, like, yo, you got to either step it up or you ain't going to make it. And I think everybody has that moment where they figure, you know, and I think that right there just kind of pushed me to do better. So you said you never had any doubt whether or not you could play.
Now, I tell you what, the only thing that ever set in with me was, man, when I developed that turf toe, which at the time, it wasn't something that they knew about. Right. When I developed that turf toe, and I played on it for 2 years, and I just was like, man, you know, am I ever gonna get healthy? That was the only time there was any doubt, because nobody knew what that turf toe was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
and it was rare back then, especially when you consider we weren't playing on turf.
Right. I'm like, come on, man, how did that happen? you know, and they didn't tell me it was turf toe until I actually had surgery 3 years after that. Okay, because, you know, my sophomore year, boom, got turf toe. Played through turf toe my entire sophomore year, my entire junior year, and didn't have surgery until that January after we won the Heritage Bowl. And that's when they started saying, yeah, you know. So you talking about getting the tape, getting the treatment, the shots, taking that medicine for the swelling and stuff like that, man. I was driving around school on a golf cart.
Right.
Come on, man, on crutches, in a booth.
Handicap parking.
Right,
oh, man.
right. Come out of class, and the golf cart's gone. Either the golf cart is gone or the battery's dead because the boys then came by and stole the golf cart. Then plug it back up.
I took it a couple times. I ain't gonna lie. I think, like I said, I that was the only time I think where I really kind of had a little doubt, but it slowly crept away, quickly crept away, actually.
But
I think
I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But son, what was a wake up call for me when, you know, you go from being, you know, number one receiver in the state of South Carolina to when you go out there to practice and everybody you got about three, four, or five number ones at your same position.
Yeah.
And that was something right there. That's something I never had to deal with.
And that's the thing that people don't really understand. Like, when you get to college, everybody that's on your team is dope. Like, so, you know, I thought I played with a couple of pretty good, and I know I did in high school. But, like, everybody those garbage receivers that I thought I saw the year before, I don't know where they were. But, I mean, they had guys who could really, really compete at the highest level. So I knew that if I was going to play or at least have a chance to play, I was going to have to step my game up. So that's the football side of it. Was there ever, and we got a couple calls, we're going to jump to the lines in just a second. A couple people want to holler at us. Was there ever a time academically where you thought, man, I don't know if I can hang?
Woo! Hey, look here, man. I can remember. Yeah. This right here was probably something where I really had to grow. We had just beat A&T, just won the bid to go to the Heritage Bowl. So we were just there practicing a few days before Christmas. Pete Yandy from the crib came and interviewed interviewed all of us from the PD.
Yep.
Just did the interview. So we pack up the car. We get 3 days to go home. You and I leave, headed to Florence. You drop me off. The interview is supposed to air matter of fact, it aired twice. It aired at 6 that afternoon and aired again during the sports at 11 o'clock that night. So everybody was calling. They're talking about, hey, man, you know, Darlington, Lamar Spayco, boom, will be, you know, playing in the Heritage Bowl, boom, boom, this, that, and the third. I knew academically I didn't do anything that semester, but it never entered my mind that I was not going to be eligible, though. So you're talking about the minute the interview goes off at 11:30, I get a phone call. It's Coach Jones. He calls me and says, hey, you got a minute? Like, yeah, what's going on, Coach? Well, I just want to, got a bit of bad news for you. You're not eligible. Right, so what? He said, you're not eligible. So what do you mean? You need a 2.0. Right now you have a 1.7. I ain't ashamed to say it.
How the hell you get a 1.7, man?
Hey, I said, what? And my mom, you know, she kind of rose up off the couch. She said, hey, everything okay? Like, yes, ma'am. I just walked out the door and called his phone.
You're like, no, mama.
So Coach Jones is like, I don't know what you need to do, but you need to get up here and talk to your professors or whatever, and you know, see what they can do. So I'm like, okay. So I don't know if you remember, Katie. I called you. I said, man, look.
Yeah, I remember you called me.
You're not gonna
Hey,
believe
'cause I was
this,
chilling.
man.
Hey, I was chilling, and I ain't gonna say where I was chilling at, but I was chilling. And you called me, and I'm like, hey man, what's up? Why are you calling me?
Yo, dude, I need to get back to Orangeburg, man. Because Jones just said I'm not eligible, man. He said not only am I not eligible, hey, I might have flunked out of school. I'm like, what? So here I am thinking, man. Okay, I'm walking around town, telling everybody I gotta look at the interview. I'm gonna be playing in Atlanta, this, that, and the third, whatever. Mom's already making arrangements, talking about taking off work, this, that, and the third. Yo,
you around here about to flunk.
about to flunk out. Hey, so hey, I get back to Orangeburg, and I walk that campus from the top to the bottom. I mean, I'm trying to find anybody like, yo, let me make up some work, grade change or something. Hey, I see a green Honda Accord at Nance Hall. Leon Myers, son.
Leon Myers.
Hey, you know him. Hey, shit. I don't know what you want me to do. What you gonna do for me? I said, look. Nah, this ain't no laughing matter. He said, I know. I'm serious. He said, I tell you what. You're not gonna be eligible for the Heritage Bowl, but you'll be back in school in the spring. I'm like, hold up, man. I want to be back in school, but at the same time, I can't tell my people I'm not eligible. They're gonna be watching.
Right.
So yeah, that was that was a game changer for me right there. I woke up that day.
Yeah. Well, it woke you up academically, and you got on track, and you were able to push all the way through. I don't have a compelling story like that. Academically, now there were some courses that I mean literally kicked my ass. Micro and macroeconomics. If I ever look at a book with any of that stuff in it, I would rather stab myself in the eye with a rusty screwdriver. I mean, like anybody listening to me I could tell you those are subjects that you would not want to take. But being in the business curriculum,
I crushed those. It was the class that ended TRY, the chemistry, that history, trigonometry. Hey.
Man, accounting, like it got to a point by the time we were juniors, if it wasn't a marketing class, like I really wasn't interested. Like, I mean, I was going to class, but I really wasn't interested in the class. I mean, like I was really just trying to just make it on through. But I knew and South Carolina State at the time in the mid '90s. I mean, it wasn't Harvard, but it wasn't like a pushover school either. Like you had to know your stuff. And we graduated scholars, so it's not like it was someplace easy to get into and just very easy to kind of push your way. And it had a label as a party school, and we did party. We're gonna talk about.
Oh yeah, we did that.
Right. Let's jump to the phone lines. Let's go to right here, 404. I know this is 404. You're on the air with Mo and 12 Kyle. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Son, this is Jeff Lanier.
Jeff, what up?
My man, my Trey.
What's up, Deuce?
What's up, dog?
What up, man?
Nothing much. What's up, KD?
Chilling, man. What's up with you?
Not much, man. I hear y'all on the phone swapping these South Carolina State stories, man.
We got stories. Hey, thanks for calling in, man. Hey, for those of you listening, this is our boy Jeff. Jeff played football with us. He's also Mo's frat brother. Good dude, man. Good dude. This is my man, 30 grand. Jeff, what's going on, man?
Man, I'm up here just, I'm in Ohio right now, up here take care of my mom, she had cancer.
You've been in Ohio like for the last 2 years, Jeff. I know where you at.
Yeah, hey, Jeff, everything going good with Mom, dude?
Yeah, she's doing good now. I took her to the hospital. Everything. Good. But, I just wanted to call in and say hello to you all fellas, man. Y'all some good dudes. And Kyle, you've been doing your thing for a few years now on the radio. And all I can say, man, you've been on the grind. And it's going to pop up for you. But,
hey, thanks, Jeff, man. I appreciate it, man.
But I'm going to tell you one quick Coach J story that I had when I was a freshman. So we was, we all in the all in the study hall, down in the room, and the first time we about to have breakfast in the morning time. So we getting together. So Coach Jay going over all the things we about to have. We're going to have orange juice. We're going to have pastries and everything. So Patrick Scott raised his hand, and he said, Coach, how much do we get? Coach Jay said, how much do you get? How much do you get? I'm trying to get you an education, and you ain't know how much you can get. Get the hell out of here. Hey, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you one more. You talk about grades. You talk about grades, Mo?
Yeah.
And man, jokers was changing their classes like you change underwear. Now, I ain't had a major. I didn't take my first major in 3 years. Because, at the time, you could take classes, but you had to be working towards a degree in anything that you take, right?
Right.
So, Lord forgive me. I hope that this boy ain't listening. But my man, Richard Dickinson. Hey, man. Hey, you're my man. Hey, man, Coach Jay was going through the report cards, the academics. He was like, stand up. So everybody stood up. He said, F, Z, Z, F, F, Z. He said, Richard Dixon, I thought your name was Fuzzy from the way these players look. Hey, man. Hey, man, you talking about some stories.
Hey, that's Coach J all day, man.
Yes, it is.
Coach J all day.
Yes. But I will say, they always was in your corner to try to make you do right.
Oh, no question.
And always had all the academic help you needed. Always had the academic help you needed to help you push through those grades.
Right.
We had some wonderful
definitely,
teachers, man. Some great instructors out there. I wouldn't change none of those experiences for nothing in the world.
Exactly.
And man.
Hey, Jeff, man, thanks for calling in, man. We definitely appreciate the love, man.
I'm about to listen in. I'm about to listen in to you, man. I'm gonna hang up.
All right, I'm gonna put you back on.
Jeff, be good, bro. Love you, man.
All right, then I will. All right,
Jeff.
All right.
Later. Phone number, Jeff, call 347-215-7162. Let's jump back to the phone lines. It looks like we got my dad on line. Dad, what's up, man?
You, Kyle. Hey, Mo, how's it going, bro?
How's it going, Pops? Uh-oh.
I'll tell you what. To all these people listening, Mo is my third son. That's my boy. And him and Kyle, I don't know why they put those two clowns together. I'm still trying to figure out how South Carolina State survived Mo and Kyle. But
by the grace of God.
I was thinking about some of your academics, Kyle. First off, I'm trying to figure out what in the world was hard about macro and microeconomics. I aced both of them.
It was, you know what, I don't even know if it was something hard about it, but it was just boring. And I got to the point where as a student, if I didn't like something, I really wasn't going to try it. It was a bad habit that I kind of fell into.
For all you listeners, my son is academically lazy. Because I recall...
No, Dad,
No, Kyle, wait a second. Now, did you not have to take art twice because you didn't like the teacher?
No, I had to take art once because I didn't go to class. I failed.
Didn't go to class, and why didn't you go to class?
Because of your daughter-in-law.
I didn't know that was a good reason.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. I'll tell you, there was one course as the old people say, I was courting really hard, and I remember, I would see her, my art class was at 11 o'clock, right? And so that was the time that she would be going to the cafeteria to get some lunch. So I was really trying to put the MAC game down, right? So I'm like, okay, if I go to talk to her, then I don't have to worry about going to class. And art was boring, and I had a couple of teammates, Marcel Bush, that told me, hey, man, don't worry about going to class. Just pass the final and you're good. So I stopped going to this guy's class, and your daughter-in-law one day she asked me, she said, why is it that some days you're here, some days you're not? Do you have a class at 11 o'clock? And I was like, So, yeah, make a long story short, so I went to the professor. I talked to him. I talked to this guy for an hour. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, this guy, he knows I play football. He's going to give me a C. Man, that dude put a big fat F on my paper, man. I took that final, and I didn't know nothing on the final. I mean, nothing. So, yeah, that's why I took art twice. Now, the second time I got an A out of it. But, yeah, I flunked art because of a woman. But I
thought there was the teacher something. But I'm glad. I wish I had known that then. This tail would have been grass for sure. But
Mom cussed me out.
The other thing, I hope that at some point in time, you guys tell about that trick y'all played on each other that last semester of school.
We'll get to that before we get off the air.
I hope so, because like I said, I like to die. And shout out to my boy Jeff. And, you know, I thought he was in Atlanta, but I'm glad to see that his mom's coming along. Great knowing that. But you two have come a long way. And one of the things I liked about both of you, you guys were tiny. You were undersized. But nobody was tougher pound for pound on that squad than you two, because y'all didn't back down from nobody. Right. And one of the things I liked about both of you, you guys were unbelievably good blockers, and you little 150-pound dudes would put linebackers on their behinds. I used to love to see that.
Right.
You guys epitomize the best of what people can do. Oh, Kyle, I got to tell you about my game tonight, man. We lost 8-6 because we had to try a 17-yard point after try. And the reason why we had to try a 17-yard point after try because our receiver scored his first touchdown, did a Michael Jam reverse dunk, not over the bar, but in action, like reverse slam.
Like you've been there before.
And we got called for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Sound like something Mo would do.
Hey, you gotta act like you've been there.
Sound like something Mo would do. Hey, as always, Dad, thanks for calling in. I'll call you back after the show.
All right,
looking forward to it. Mo, take care of it. Best to your wife and your lovely little ladies.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Dad. Shout out to my dad for calling in, 347-215-7162. Man, let me tell you something. For those of you listening, man, like I said, me and my man Mo, we're always together, right? So I remember this like it was yesterday. We had a game, and we were leaving the stadium. And the way Oliver C. Dawson Stadium is set up, we came back out of the players' entrance. But where the players leave out at is by the locker room. And there's always family members around, and then toward the latter part of our time there at South Carolina State University, the girls would come. If you dating somebody or whatever, the girls would show up. So I remember this like it was yesterday. I'm standing there, I'm talking to my dad, my mom's there, and my dad sees Mo. Now he's talking to me, but he's watching Mo. And I don't know, to this day, I don't know what Mo did. But apparently, and this is before Mo was with his wife, apparently there was a couple of girls down there for Mo. And Mo managed not to get jammed up by none of them. And so, later that night, my dad was like, hey, you need to be like Mo. Mo is a pimp. And he maintains to this day that you're some kind of Ron O'Neal or something, man.
You got to work the
I don't know
baby.
why.
You got to keep it moving.
Yeah, you didn't get boxed in that day.
Nah, you got to shoot him a quick dream and keep it moving.
You did not get boxed in. 347-215-7162 is the phone number to call. I am your host, 12 Kyle. This is 12 Radio. Tonight we're going back, man. I got my man Mo on the line, 12 versus 27. Talk to me about 27, man. What does that number represent? I mean, you wore it in college. You didn't wear it in high school. What number were you in high school? I can't remember.
Yeah, you remember. You have nightmares about that 24. You have nightmares about that 24.
Hey, again, you saw the back of my jersey. I didn't see the back of yours.
Actually, 27 was a number. I mean, Ty Houston was the only person that I know that wore that number. And when I got that number, I actually wanted a single digit number. When I got that number,
right,
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make 27 a number that somebody's gonna remember. I didn't want 18. Bobby already made 18. Bobby Hemby made 18 famous.
Right. Shout out to Hemby.
Yeah, 82. Herb Schuler made 82 famous.
Shout out to Schuler.
Guys that aren't, 7, Freddie Solomon. You remember those numbers. 81 was Early Harris. So, I'm just naming guys on the offensive side of the ball. But let's say, it was, so I just figured I'd just take 27 and make 27 a number that, people was going to remember. Oh, yeah, that was 27. That was Baycoat right there. Mo wore 27.
Right.
Right. So I think for
never
me, bothered giving it up.
Okay. I think for me, I didn't, obviously I wore number 1 in high school, so I remember sitting down and I remember Coach asking, he's like, okay, well, what number do you want? And I was like, give me number 1. And starting quarterback, I didn't know Marvin. At the time, I didn't know Marvin. Shout out to our boy Marvin Marshall. I didn't know Marvin wore number 1. I didn't know who Marvin was. And I didn't know he wore it the year before because I didn't see him on the field. I was like, yo, give me number 1. I was like, no, you can't get number 1. I was like, huh? So when I found out I couldn't get number 1, I was kind of distraught. So, and I think my first year I redshirted, so I didn't even, a couple of times I was a duplicate number. You wear a number of a guy, somebody, which I thought was whack. You wear a number of a guy who was also on the field. And I think one game, homecoming, my freshman year, I dressed out, didn't play obviously because I was redshirting. Me and Russell had the same number, number 3, and neither one of us were playing. But I got the number 12 eventually, I think my sophomore year, and I wore it one year in Little League, and I had a great year that year. And I've always been kind of superstitious about numbers. So when I got the opportunity to wear number 12 again, it just fit. It fit me. It was a number of divinity, in my opinion, with 12 disciples. And it was something that just kind of stuck with me. So fast forward years later, when I go to create a social profile, I had no idea. I was like, when I started my blog, which this thing all kind of came from, I started my blog and I was like, I didn't know what to call it. And I was talking to our boy Russell, his wife Lisa. Shout out to Russell and Lisa. And she said, well, why don't you just call yourself 12 Kyle and call your blog the 12th Planet? And I was like, yo, that's dope. And it just kind of stuck. So it's been like 12 everything. So that's just where it's been. And I've had no reason to change it. If you come to my house, my jersey's hanging up, because that's the only place it's going to hang up, because it's not hanging up at South Carolina State. But yeah, that was the thing with the numbers, man, for me. Now I'm gonna take it. Let's take it back to football for a second, man. Who did you, as far as the teams, and obviously if you're listening, again, we went to South Carolina State University. It's a historically black college located in Orangeburg, South Carolina. At the time when we went to school, it was roughly about 6,000 students. We played football, and we were the 1994 Black College National Champions. If you look at my
National Champions, look it up.
National Champions. Yeah. If you look at the profile picture for this show, you'll see my championship ring, which is my ring. I still have it. And so my question, so the teams that were in our conference, teams like Howard, Florida A&M, Bethune-Cookman, those schools, Delaware State, North Carolina A&T, who did you really like playing against? What opposite jersey did you just really, really get up for?
That orange and green. I like San Fran. I like San Fran. I mean, because they, we invented swag. But they definitely carried it. And, it was a rivalry. It was one of those you know, when we talk about two teams that they go at it, you know, you want to talk about Florida State, Miami. I'd always put that particular matchup, you know, in the likes of that. You know, we always battled, fam. It was always trash talking before, during, but it was love after the game. I mean, and since a lot of those guys were in the same class as we were, you know, we just kind of knew and, you know, I felt like we knew each other by the time we were seniors. I mean, we competed, you know, we wanted to beat each other down, but we had a mutual respect for one another. So, yeah, I definitely like seeing fam.
You know, for me, man, it was fam and A&T. Like, North Carolina A&T, like, to this day, I still don't like North Carolina A&T. I have, over the years, met some very nice people. A couple people I consider friends went to school there. But, nah, I don't like them. Like, anytime we play against them, I don't care what – we could be playing North Carolina A&T in badminton, and I want to win.
Right.
And the cool part about it for us was that South Carolina State was very successful over the years. Like, so in the time frame that we played, you know, there was nobody that can say that they just dominated us. We beat every team in our conference.
Right.
There are some teams in our conference, like Morgan State, that never got a win against us.
Never lost to Morgan State.
Never lost to Morgan State. Was anybody else we never lost to? No, we lost to everybody else, I think, over that period of time. But you knew back then that you were going to be in a fight. And if you're not familiar with South Carolina State, it was Division I AA school at the time. It still is. And we played with some guys who obviously not only played on the same level as us, but on to the NFL. Robert Porcher, number 1 pick for the Detroit Lions. Kenny Bynum, Michael Hicks, Freddie Solomon, our boy Orlando Zeus Brown, rest in peace. So we played with a lot of guys who, you know, played on not just this level but the next level in the NFL. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, one thing about that, only thing I liked about A&T was the house on the lake. That was it.
Right.
But other than that, nah. I mean,
so tell me something. Now we're now in like a social media atmosphere now. I mean, this is where everything is. If social media, and you know how rowdy we were, you know how crazy and how a lot of times, you know, maybe not me and you, but our teammates got into stuff, particularly fights.
Yeah.
And, you know, we had to keep our head on the swivel so nobody would – because, see, that's the thing. Like, it would be nothing for a offensive or defensive lineman to go to a club and get into a fight and then walk on campus like nothing happened, because nobody's going to try to pick a fight with them. But the little man, no. You're going to try the little man. So we always had to kind of watch our back anytime our teammates got into stuff. So if social media as it existed with Facebook, Twitter, all of this stuff, Instagram, if you had access to that back then, would you take advantage of it, or would you kind of just be like how you are now? You don't really do all of that stuff.
I'd probably be the same way. I mean, man, I don't really all that social media stuff. Nah, yeah, I'm kind of private, man. You know, with people that know me. I don't like all that social media stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm shy, man. I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't have done it either. Nah, seriously, I probably, now one thing I did like, or I tried to do, I try to keep stuff private, man. I was, for as rambunctious or as, you know, kind of buck wild as we were, you know, my private life is my private life. So who I was dating and where I was hanging out at, I didn't necessarily want everybody to know. So, yeah, trust me, if I was a student athlete today, I wouldn't be. There would be no 12 Kyle. I'd be the dude without Twitter.
Right.
I'd be the dude with
nothing. Because I couldn't work my angles at social media, man. Be too exposed.
Right.
Oh,
yeah, very much.
I couldn't walk out the locker room and have 3 or 4 posts up and, you know, be in and out like that. Nah.
Yeah, you can get jammed up for real.
Really?
Get jammed up for real.
The campus was so big. Then we got social media.
Right,
too.
exactly. Yeah, our campus, it was a nice sized campus, especially for HBCU. But it wasn't. I mean, like you could get jammed up if you weren't careful. So that probably was one of the things that I probably would have avoided as far as social media. Now, obviously, we like I said, we played under the legendary Coach Jeffries. And what do you think the biggest thing that you took from Coach Jeffries? What's the biggest lesson that you learned playing football under the legendary coach?
And one thing Coach J always told us, man, if you fail to prepare, then you plan to fail. And
right.
He'd always say that. You got to be prepared for anything. You got to be, got to have a plan. You got to have, steps to execute that plan. And there's not a millionaire he knows that sleep past 6 o'clock.
Right.
My alarm clock is goes off every morning at 5. Whether I'm getting out of bed to go work out or do anything, even if it's a rest day for me, 5 o'clock it goes off. And I got to hit the floor because, I that's something that he just instilled in me. I mean.
Hey, but now, in all fairness, now, you will go back to sleep now.
Oh, no. I just want to be up. I will go back now. And I oversleep too.
I don't want y'all to think like Mo gets up at 5 a.m., he does a whole bunch of stuff, and he just keeps on his day. Oh, trust me, this dude right here would get up, go work out, come back to the room and go to sleep.
Right. And I do that sometimes now.
Once I'm up, man.
Nah, but like I said, I've been so used to getting up, at 5 a.m. every morning. Like, I can't really sleep past that. But, yeah, I'll get up and work out and go shut it back down. I'll do that.
Right. I think for me, man, probably one of the biggest lessons I learned from Coach Jeffries, Coach J, when we prepared for games, he always talked about, like, he would say things like learn your assignments, do your job, that type of thing. I never remember him coming into a locker room saying, okay, we got to watch this guy. Like, the focus was always on you and what you could do. Like, if you worry about and take care of what it is that you do and understand what it is that you do well in life, then you'll be okay. You don't really worry about everything outside of you. And I think that's one of the things that I always took with me. Like, so I always focused on what's in front of me, what I can do and my strengths, know my weaknesses. But I never really worried about the opponent. So, like, even when we played football, if it didn't matter if it was North Carolina A&T, it didn't matter if it was Tennessee State, whoever it was, I didn't worry about the opponent. I worried more about what it was that I could do and how I was going to get better that particular week. And I kind of go through life like that. Like, I don't really look at what's around me. I would look at what's directly in front of me, and I know what it is that I need to do to get from point A to point B. And that's one of the most invaluable lessons I learned from him. Also, being on time. My coach, Coach Wells, in high school, God bless his dad. He always used to say you have to have a respect for time. And Coach Jeffries used to always be on us about being on time. And he was like, you never want to just get somewhere. You always want to get there early. He said, so if you got an 8 o'clock class, get there at 7:50. If you got a 10 o'clock class, get there at 9:50. Now my man here on the other line, because he had to iron his shirt, Mo was always going to be late to class if
I was going.
If you were going. Now, because as I mentioned earlier in the show, because we were both marketing majors, we had a lot of classes together. So I would be the one to be like, "Hey Mo, let's go, man, let's go." I'm always the one, even to this day, I'm always the one pushing, hey, let's go, man, we got to go. Because I'm always wanting to be on time or be there early. Now, Mo, on the other hand, I'll give you guys a story. Like, if it was raining, and we had class, hey, Mo, you going to class? What would you say?
It's raining.
Yeah.
I ain't going. Nah.
Hey, take notes.
Okay. Exactly. Hey, sign my name on the roll.
Hey, take notes.
Okay, for what? You know where that started. I had that cast on my foot. I want to give a cast wet. You
man, you was doing that before you had a damn cast, man. Don't blame it on the cast.
Come on, man.
Oh, man. 347-215-7162 is the phone number to call. Now, again, both of us, me and my man Mo here, we both were very fortunate and blessed to meet our wives at South Carolina State University. So if nothing else, not only did we bond and make a friendship and brotherhood between the two of us, but we met two young ladies that would help change the course of our lives. That being said, we weren't always married.
No.
Before you settle down into your relationship, man, how did you balance, or was there a balance between, because, you know, it was, when we got to school, we talked about the 3 B's, books, babes, and balls. And it didn't necessarily go in that order.
Right.
Because a lot of times, books came last.
Yeah, probably all the time with me.
How did you balance having a social life and playing ball? Because playing football is very time-consuming.
Full-time job.
Oh, no question. No question.
Man, that's a good question. Balance? Did we balance that? That's just something that we just did. I don't even know if there was you know what? For it to be balanced, I think you have to have it kind of teetering back and forth. It really wasn't a lot of teetering back and forth. Nah. Hey, we leave the babes and go straight to the field. Leave the field.
I'm gonna be honest. If I went to practice, I would go to practice, and like Tuesday nights were usually our latest practice. We wouldn't get out of practice like 10:30 or whatever. I mean, you think about it like this. It's Tuesday. Tuesday we lift weights from what? We get up at 5:30. We lift weights from 6 to 7. Shower. For those of us that did shower, because we had a few teammates that didn't. Shower. Then you go to the calf, get something to eat, get some breakfast, then you're on to class, or you like my man Mo, go back to bed.
You're right. Yeah.
But okay, so then you go through a whole day of class, and then you got practice, and then you get out of practice at 10:30. You come back to the dorm, you shower, you're tired. You know, you're looking at that. You're looking at those 3 books that you got that you know you need to be studying in because midterms are coming up, finals are coming up. And then you get that phone call. Bring, bring. Hey, what you doing? You already know what time it is. I don't. We did a very poor job. I can't see. I did a piss poor job of balancing. I really didn't because I.
What did I always say, son? What I always say? Man, I can sleep when I'm dead, man. Hey.
Right. Now,
I can sleep when I'm dead.
Man, that's another thing too. Like, I didn't understand. Like, I'm not a person that needed a lot of rest the night before the game, but I needed some rest. You would be up to like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning the night before the game playing cards. I couldn't do that.
Cards, exactly.
Nah, man. I need sleep. I don't need a lot of sleep, but I need some sleep.
Hey, wouldn't make that breakfast, babe. I was good. Grab me
I don't know how y'all did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tough, and I don't understand, and I give kids nowadays props because I can only imagine because, like you said, football season is year round. It's a full-time job that you don't get paid for, and then there's the academic aspect of it too. So it's not so it's tough when you have to balance it all, and then you try to have a social life. And we had a social life, and we're not, I'm not going to sit here and now could I have done better? I mean, I graduated with a pretty nice GPA of 2.8. It could have been better. Of course it could have been better. But, I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Hey, you know what? And the thing about it, hey, look, I graduated 2.6, 2.7. I may have had a 2.8. I think at the time in order to
Nah, you wasn't a 2.8.
Well, I tell you what. It had to be a pretty good GPA in order for me to pledge though. So, but this is the thing.
Right. You did. Now, where did you pledge? Where did you pledge?
Hey, that great fraternity of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
There it is.
Now, but this is the thing. This is the thing though. After all that, we were still able to put all the pieces together. Hey, and the same field we played ball on, we walked across there and got that degree though.
Right.
And like I said, it wasn't until my senior year we sitting up in Dr. Higgins. I'm like, hey, Doc, I'm eligible, right? Yeah, you good. Matter of fact, you take 2 classes in summer school, you can graduate in the fall. Like, what? Are you serious? I'm like, oh, man, come on, okay. So, yeah, so we did that. We did a lot of plans. I think when the light bulb came on, especially after that year I was in Elsa and everything, we kind of buckled down academically. We buckled down academically.
Yeah, we definitely did. We definitely did. We held it down, and we knew. And I think now, and my dad was on earlier. I did have a tendency to get lazy at times in classes, but they were only in classes that I didn't care much in. Which was just about every class outside of marketing. But any regrets academically at South Carolina State?
One thing I do regret. That year I had the opportunity to take that intern with the Cubs that year.
Okay.
But it was just a lot going on, man. I had just had that surgery, didn't have full participation in the spring. I knew everybody was committed with staying in Orangeburg that summer, and I just didn't. Looking back on it, I wish I had done that because, I know I would have done what I had to do, working out in Chicago or whatever to come back to be ready for that particular season. But then, your favorite coach, Coach Jones, he was kind of sending out these idle threats about these 2 guys, 2 receivers that were transferring in or whatever. So,
oh man.
So I chose not to take the intern to stay because I really wanted to see his face when I came back in tip-top shape after that surgery when, he was just doubting me. I remember going into that meeting after the spring, hey, we're going to sign the scholarship, this, that, and the third. But I'm going to tell you, you didn't anticipate in the spring, so nothing's guaranteed. They got these 2 transfers coming in. The whole time, man, I'm saying, man, dropping the F-bomb. I'm like, man, please, where are they going to play at? And that's like, where are they going to play? And I walked out.
Trust me, coaches will play mind games on you in college.
Yeah, that's probably the only regret, though. That's probably the only regret.
I think for me, academically, man, much like you, I had a chance to intern at a local TV station, WYS, in Columbia. And Columbia is the state capital, for those of you that don't know. And it's like maybe 35 miles. I mean, you'd be surprised. Some people don't know where stuff is in South Carolina, so I have to kind of set it up for them. But yeah, it was. I had an opportunity to do that, and I let being immature get in the way of that. And I just decided, because here's the thing, right? I was coming in as an intern, and I wanted to work in the sports department. And because I'm like, hey, I play football, I want to work in the sports department. Well, I didn't know at the time, but you don't come in as an intern and just kind of start throwing your weight around. I mean, like, you have to kind of crawl before you walk. So they started me out on camera duty. And I'm like, man, I ain't no damn cameraman, man. I'm 12, Kyle. Are you kidding me? And this was the kicker, man. Like, I went out on an assignment doing camera duty, and one of the assignments was to go to the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. So we're on the floor, and I'm walking around with this guy and his camera, and we walk past these elephants, and I mean, I get probably about maybe 40 feet away from these elephants, decide to take a dump. And I mean, like, it stinks, and I got the smell of my clothes, and I'm like, yo, man, I'm like, and like, you I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm too good to be doing this. Like, I should be in sports. And I didn't realize at the time that if I had just waited my time, done the camera, because it was only once a week where I would have to go to Columbia. So yeah, that's the only regret I have as far as not really following up and being down with the internship. And a lot of times people will listen to this show and they'll say, "Oh man, you should be in radio, or you should be in TV." And you know, I thank them, and they really don't know that, like, that's really like my background. I have a minor in broadcasting. But yeah, that's probably the biggest academic regret. I mean, like, I could have hung in there. And if I had hung in there, you know, sky's the limit. I would have probably gotten an internship, because as we finished, we graduated in 1996. The Olympics was, you know, that year here in Atlanta, and I would have been able to parlay that into an internship here. So that's the only academic regret. If I had to do it all over again, I would do that. Now, you mentioned graduating on our Oliver C. Dawson Stadium, man. December 26, 1996, man. What stood out to you about graduation day, man? When you think about graduating the day, you got that degree in your hand, business degree, Bachelor of Science in the field of marketing. What comes to mind? What brings back those kind of memories?
When I was ready to get out of that fucking cold weather, man. It was cold as hell and raining. Excuse my French, but hey, it was freezing out there.
Yes, man. And for those of you listening, like, here's the thing. Like, our school, they do a fall commencement and a spring commencement, like most schools. But in years past, they had been, all of the fall commencements, which were in December, would be in our gym where the basketball team plays. Well, this particular year, the class was too big for it to be held in the gym, so somebody had the bright idea to have it outside in the stadium, which was cool. But it was about 40 degrees that day, if that.
And raining.
Out there freezing. Yeah, it rained the night before. So yeah, it was cold, man. It was cold. You know what I remember? I actually remember the commencement speech. Ken Chenault, who is he's African American black man. He is the CEO of American Express and still is the CEO of American Express. He gave the commencement address. I remember his address. I remember being cold, and I remember posing for pictures afterwards. I really don't remember. I don't remember marching in. I remember when we sat down, I was looking for my mama. That was it. Once I saw my mom, I was good, because I was kind of worried that my family would make it there on time. But yeah, that's what I remember from graduation, man. Graduation.
Hey, but Katie, but remember this though. Okay. Remember, I wasn't sure if I was gonna graduate though, because Dr. Cole class, man. Hey.
Oh man, Cole. You know, Dr. Cole was. You know, before I even get into Dr. Cole, who was your favorite professor on campus? If you had to pick one. Barajo?
That was my man, too.
Dr. Barajo, shout out to Dr. Barajo. I know he's out there listening. Dr. Barajo is from Ethiopia, right? And Dr. Barajo did not wash at all.
No, he
didn't. He just came to class like funky. And we had like this auditorium style seating in the classroom, and I remember we took him for I think it was a stats class. And Dr. Barajo would go stand. Yeah, stats 1 and 2. And Dr. Barajo would go stand in front of like the air vent, just funky. And so like the whole class would be funky. And he would just be up there teaching I've never smelled somebody smell that bad. And he'd just be chilling like, hey, what's up? And he always wanted you to come to his office. And he would call Mo Antonio. And Mo would be like,
yeah, what?
And my name is Mo. No, Antonio. Antonio, go to the board, Antonio. He's like, nah, man, his name is Mo, man. No, Antonio. And it's right here, Antonio. He had some kind of ledger or something with your name was Antonio on it. So he's gonna. So he never called you Mo. He never called you Lamar. He never called you Bait. He called you Antonio. If he sees you tomorrow, he will call you Antonio. So who's your favorite professor on the yard, man? Favorite professor? If you had to pick one.
Probably Myers, man.
I was about to say, you better not say Miss Hanks.
Oh, hey, so let me tell you. I was about to say that was your favorite, though. Because let me tell you, right now, you still got it out for Miss Hanks. I will tell you.
Hey, man, I don't have it out for Miss Hanks.
Yes, you do. Because you felt like
she should. Hey, man, you just don't. You don't. Let me tell you, for those of you listening, Miss Hanks told me that she was going to give me a C, right? Yes, she did. You don't look a man in the face. There. She gave me the wink and the gun. I got you. I got a C for you, big boy. That's what she said. Man, I got my report card. It had a D on it, man. Wow, woo, boy.
Hey,
man, I never got over that.
You should have saw your face too. First of all.
Wait. What did you get in her class? Didn't you get a D too?
Nah, I got a C in that class.
How the hell you get a C and I got a D?
I have no idea. I know I wasn't in any better shape than you were. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I have no idea.
But you know what, man? I've actually gotten over that. I don't hold any more grudges. I know it's been almost 20 years. I don't hold any more grudges over Ms. Hanks.
Oh, you know what? Hold up. No. I take it back because I take it back. I did get a D in the class because you know what happened.
Okay, now I feel better.
In order for us to graduate, we had to take an alternative class because you know that class was only offered in the spring. So that's how we put that Miss Robinson's class together to substitute for that class right there because it was only offered in the spring, so we didn't have to come back.
Right.
Yeah, I got a D in that class also. That was the one where you said, hey, what's the Saturn, dude?
We had to do for those of you listening, we had to do a presentation, right, for the class. It was me, Mo, and my man Robbie Wilson. Shout out to Wilson. And so I got my words kind of misconstrued. So we were doing a marketing presentation on automobiles, and I said Dodge Saturn.
Oh.
And I said it like 5 times, and like Dodge doesn't
like the Titanic too. Every time we said Dodge Saturn, we went down a letter grade every time.
I'm leading the presentation and I'm saying Dodge Saturn. Well, see the Dodge Saturn, and I remember kind of feeling something hot on my neck. It was like Wilson was just like looking through me, like Wilson wanted to kill me.
Came from, and I always kept saying, look.
And now I will say this much. It's always interesting because, one, we were marketing majors. And I'm going to be honest, full disclosure, not a lot of guys on our team majored in business, right? There's not to disparage anybody. My man jumped the call in early. He was an education major. But a lot of guys on our team stayed away from the School of Business. So there's a certain perception on most campuses across the country, across the world, that when you have athletes, that they take these, easy classes and, and they can't talk and this and that, right? So what was always interesting was when it came time for us to do presentations, particularly in our marketing classes, me and my man Mo, we always went first. And it was because we knew, everybody in the class knew that we played football. But it's something when you do a presentation and you knock it out the park, and then and I actually had one kid come up to me and she said, "Oh my gosh," she's like, "You're so intelligent to be a football player."
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Like we supposed to be some dumb jocks or something. But not only that, but you also, when you do a presentation and when you knock it out of the park, you set the bar so high for everybody else in the class to come behind you. Then it kind of helps destroy the myths of us being dumb jocks. As you can tell from this podcast, we're far from dumb.
Absolutely.
I would probably say my favorite professor on campus was Dr. Robinson. I had her for a couple of classes. Yeah, Dr. Robinson, man, she was the coolest. She was the coolest. If given the opportunity, I would go back and major in instead of marketing, international marketing, which is something that she actually encouraged me to do. I didn't want to do it because, quite frankly, it would have given me probably another semester at South Carolina State, and I'd already been there 5.5 years, and my mama really wasn't trying to hear it. So
that was international marketing. Wasn't that? International marketing was the class that we took as a substitute with her, right? Our final semester.
Exactly. We took the class, and then they offered it as a major, and it probably would have moved me to take more Spanish classes, and I probably would have been fluent in Spanish, and I probably would be doing something else, even though I like doing what I'm doing now. But that's the only quasi regret I had per se as far as that was concerned. 347-215-7162. Again, 347-215-7162. I am your host, 12 Kyle. Welcome to another edition of the 12 Radio Show. I got my man Mo on here. This is 12 versus 27. Let's see, we got a little less than a half hour left. Let's take it back, man. Football. No, actually, I don't want to.
Hey, what was your record against St. John's football? High school. What was your record?
Hey man, we already talked about this, but for those who missed the first part of the show, we were 0-2 against St. John's.
Okay, all right.
Anyway,
moving on.
As I mentioned at the beginning of the show, man, we are two guys. True friendships are rare. Friends that become brothers even more rare. Two guys met on a college football field, became brothers. Two young men that grew up just 9 miles apart from each other for more than 13 years, didn't know each other until we met at South Carolina State University, and here we are, and we're sharing our stories with you tonight. So hit us up, 347-215-7162. Now, one of the things that in the time frame that we were in school from 1991 to 1996, music was huge. It was a huge part of what we did. It was a huge part of our day-to-day lives. I know there was a lot of music that came out during that time. Obviously, like I said, it was one of the best times of our life. Just give the people just a little bit of some. Like if somebody came in Mo's dorm room, what do you have in the dorm? What are you playing in the dorm, man?
Come on, man. You know I was playing that 36 Chambers, the Cuban Link.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, and the listeners may have heard me, refer to you as son. You know, I call my man son because he shine like one. You know, that was one of the things that we definitely took from that Wu-Tang. I mean,
yes, sir.
You know, we started echoing that, all over campus. So yeah, definitely, that Wu-Tang. And that's what we played first as soon as we hit the floor.
Yep.
You hear that blasting out of the clock radio speaker that we had playing, and in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like, everything from Wu-Tang to Biggie, and all of these albums came out when we were in school. The Chronic. When I told you, Illmatic. When the Chronic came out, like, you literally could not, and it was 1993, you literally could not go anywhere on campus without hearing something from, everybody had that album. Everybody.
Yes.
And so it was banging throughout the dorms and the cars and everything. Yeah, man. It was a lot of great music, man. I think one of the great things was about music, and I see we got a call we'll jump to in just a second. One of the great things about the music is that, even though we were in this school in a small town called Orangeburg, South Carolina, we had people from everywhere: Florida, Georgia, Alabama, New York, D.C. So the music meshed, and so we got a chance to get experience with a lot of different music from all parts across the country. Let's jump to the phone lines, man. Let's go right here, man. This is my man, 803. What's up, man? 803.
Dr. I don't want to come in, Jody.
What up, man? What's that?
Yo.
What's that? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's my little brother, Damon. What's up, man?
You sleep? You sleep?
I'm saying literally y'all, man. Boy, I got the shirts for you. I got the shirts for you on the low, cuz.
Hey, I'm waiting on them shirts too, baby.
Yeah,
what's up, man?
Y'all, man, just chilling. Listening to y'all talk about the old days. That's all. I just got calling in for y'all got up there.
Oh yeah, well, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we just waxing poetic tonight, man.
Yeah. I ain't been laughing about those Coach J stories.
We're kind of moving around, but we literally could tell Coach J stories. Like we really could tell football stories all night. I mean, we just don't have enough time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's one of a kind. He reminds me of Mr. Hudson from Wilson and whatnot.
Right.
I'm band related, y'all. And football and whatnot. But he's a riot. He's quite a character. But now it's call to listen. It's call to talk to y'all. See what's really going on. That's all.
Hey man, we definitely appreciate it, man.
I'm slow motion, man. Hey.
All right, man. Well, you hold it down. I'll holler at you tomorrow.
Okay, then, hey, it was something I meant to ask you too. Y'all talking about? Did either one of y'all have Dr. Clark for business?
Yeah, I had Dr. Clark.
Yeah.
For management information systems.
Yeah,
good guy.
Yeah,
rest in peace.
Yeah.
Real good guy.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all, I heard y'all talk about Dr. Bravo and that nice aroma he gave off every.
Oh my gosh, man, Bravo! I never smelled anything like that in my life.
Yeah.
And that man would just stand right in front of the air vents like it was nothing. He wanted the whole class to smell like him.
Yeah, and he said it was his custom or something like that.
He didn't want part of that masculinity. Yeah. Part of that masculinity.
He's pretty damn masculine.
You must be the king or something, because
if not watching is a part of your masculinity, he's pretty damn masculine. He's way more masculine than me.
Yeah.
Hey man, let me catch this other call, man. I'm gonna holler at you.
All right, I'm listening in.
All right.
All right, Dan, be good, man.
Shout out to my brother Dane for calling in. Let's jump back to the phone. Let's go to area code 803. 803, you're on with Mo and 12 Kyle. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Hey, this is Tyrone, your teammate.
Big Ty, what's up, baby?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's great to listen to you guys and the stories, man. It was just great sitting back listening to you, man.
Hey, man, we definitely appreciate it, man. It's and for those of you listening, Big Ty, a couple of years older than us, all conference offensive lineman. And when I say a battler, I mean, definitely most frat brother. Will knock the snot out of you and then pick you up and then knock the snot out of you again.
Opened up many holes. Mack trucks to drive through.
Oh man, I appreciate it, guys. We had a great time. Of course, with our championship, man, it was great. As always, it was just really great sitting and listening to you guys talk about those memories, man. It wasn't a dull moment at all. Just listening to the podcast,
not at all.
Man.
Not at all.
One thing. Hey, let me say this right here. The longest home winning streak in the country, man. 89 and 95. That was it.
Yeah. That was great.
That was it.
And I mean, also you guys got to remember, we had an offense that was averaging almost 37 points a ball game, man. So we were really putting it up, man. So it's something for us to always look back and be proud of, man.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, we really, because we were sitting there reminiscing, man, we didn't even really get into the numbers as far as what we put up. But, I mean, it goes without saying, the times that we were there, great times, not just for us, but just for the school. And, history was made. And I don't think that'll ever fall short in our eyesight, because it meant something to us. And just playing with each other and playing for the guy next to you it meant something. So you make a great point on that, Ty.
Oh, yeah, man. I tell you what, guys, it was really nice just listening to you guys, and I just want to take Mo back a little while. We had some conversations in the dormitory about, how we were going to approach the game of football and how we could get better. And I think he and I were both going through a point where we wanted and we demanded more playing time.
Right, right.
And, and we were just really, adamant about, our work ethic and how we were going to improve those chances of playing. And I tell you what, I take my hat off to you guys because, hey, you guys were some of the hardest working guys that I had seen. And even just being just small in stature, it really didn't mean anything. You guys really put it out there on the field, man. And, I take my hat off to you.
Appreciate that, man.
Hey, Ty, remember, I don't care how late it was. I'd knock on your door, man. You get up.
Oh, yeah.
And we sit there and have them long talks, man.
And let me tell you something. Ty's door was always open for anybody who want to come talk to him. Anybody.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anybody.
Always.
And I say that in all honesty because every teammate ain't like that.
Hey, you're right, man. Hey, well,
you
listen,
come
man,
out
I'm going to hang up, guys.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, they're like, man, if you don't leave me alone.
Hey, well, guys, man, I'm going to hang up, man. It was great, and hopefully we can chop it up at some point again, man.
Oh, no doubt, man.
Hope to see you homecoming, man.
Okay, will do, man. You guys take care, man.
Okay,
all right, brother.
All right,
bye. Shout out to my man Big Ty for calling in. Hey, I didn't get a chance to tell everybody, man. But when you talk about a singer, whoo,
oh yeah,
that cat could blow.
Hey, him and Big Lou.
Yes, sir. Him
and Big Lou.
That was another thing too that I didn't even mention. Like we had, when I say a plethora of just I've never been, and keep in mind, like. When at the time we were in school, we easily had between 90 and 100 guys on a team. So there's a lot of different personalities, a lot of different moving parts. So that leads me to the next question, man. If you had to pick one, who is your all-time favorite teammate at South Carolina State?
That's tough, man. You gotta put me on the spot, man.
Hey, that's what this show is for, baby.
Hey, that's tough, Katie. I'm telling you, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's a small circle of you guys, man. I can name. I mean, you know the boys, man.
Right.
You, Clark, Russ, Bruce, Bobby. I mean, man, like, that circle was small for me, man. I mean, cats. You had to understand Mo, the no Mo. I mean, you ain't just liking because he's wrong.
A lot of people didn't like you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Not because I wronged them. They just didn't understand me.
But
you guys,
here's the cool part about it, though. If you didn't like Mo, which is cool with Mo because he really didn't care.
Right.
Now for the people that liked him, hey, it was sweet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he cared about that, but he could give two rats ass if you didn't like him, which I always found appealing because most people aren't like that. Most people really want to be liked or whatever. Man, Mo ain't care. And that wasn't a bad thing. I think that's an enduring quality that I would love to have, but I think I care just a little bit too much.
And that's what I always told you. Hey, that's not me.
I'm gonna let you off the hook, man, because that is I normally try to make people answer a question, but that's a tough question. I mean, of course the right answer would have been, yo, you my favorite teammate of all time, man.
I knew you was gonna say that. Son. Hey, but like I said, you my man, dude. Like I said, I mean, like you say, people were not gonna see you without seeing me or asking, and vice versa. Exactly. They knew how to connect the dots.
And it's still like that to this day. You know what, man? I'm the same way, man. I will say this: everybody, you have some guy like because we played for so long in 4.5, 5 years of school. You develop certain bonds. Some a little bit closer than others. you went on to pledge a fraternity. So that's another bond in and of itself. So I think for some guys, because it's 100 of us, you can't be everybody's best friend if it's 100 guys, because you can't have 100 best friends. That being said, you have that bond. So, if nothing else, and there are a few guys on our team, in years past that we just, like when we see them in the street, it's all love. But we probably gonna have like a 5-10 minute conversation, and then we'll keep it moving. It's okay, because that's where your relationship is, and they'll always be teammates, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then there are those that you get to be close with, and you develop a friendship and a brotherhood that is forged on that football field because you have the same experiences. But no, it takes you further beyond that. So I can't really say that I have a favorite teammate per se. I got a lot of favorite teammates, man, and those are my friends and my brothers, and they know who they are. So if you listen and you got to ask, then it's probably not you.
Right.
All right, man. We got about 11 minutes left, man. Before we get out of here, I'm gonna leave you on one story, and I'm gonna let my man Mo tell a story too. All right. So the best way I can describe Mo is you probably already got a picture painted in your head. If you remember the show A Different World, Dwayne Wade's friend Ron Johnson, that was Mo. Like, Mo was Ron Johnson before Ron Johnson was Ron Johnson. So we had this project due, right? And so it was me, my man Dia, and Mo. And so we had a deadline on doing the project. But I don't know if it was Mo's girl. I don't know if it was Mo's priorities, but he didn't want nothing to do with this project. And now keep in mind, all of us are getting this grade, and we're coming close to graduating. And so it was time for us to do the project, and Mo was nowhere to be found. So I called her. I mean, by this time, I'm getting pissed off because he's not participating. I'm ready to fight this dude because I'm like, yo, man, we need your help. So I call him, and I tell him, like, yo, man, we don't have it. And then I tell him, I said, well, we got it, but we're not going to put your name on it.
Yeah, that's what you said.
This dude comes out of nowhere, and he starts working on this paper, and we might have got an hour's sleep that night, if that. So the paper gets done, and I finally kind of relate to him like, yo, man, like I played a trick. We wasn't going to never not put me and Dee had already decided. We knew we were going to do the bulk of the work, but, we played a trick on him, man. And, I mean, his face, when I say he was shitting, he was hot because he felt like, man, I could have goofed off and y'all would have done the work. I still would have got the credit. And so I felt like I got him. That was one of those ones where I'm like, yo, man. I mean, like I'm giving you the condensed version because of time, but like we really, really, I mean, to the point where he wanted to fight me and Dee. And
that was classic. That was classic.
So it was a classic. Like we fooled him. So it was a classic trick that he pulled on us. So which led to him getting some get back on me. So why don't you tell the people how you got me back?
Okay. Our last semester, we needed. What was that? Was that Dr. Cole's class, Katie?
Yeah, it was Dr. Cole.
Dr.
Financial
Cole's
management.
Class. And I'm gonna tell you, I took financial management 3 times. I took that class 3 times.
I took it twice.
I don't know why I took the class in summer school. We had a 4-chapter test. The summer school class was 4 weeks. We had a 4-chapter test on Friday. Hey, dropped that. I spent the summer in Florida. Took it again, dropped that. So the last semester we're to graduate. We take that class. I knew I didn't have a chance in hell to pass the class. Kyle was so prepared, boom. So, but what happened is 5 seniors in that class. Kyle around campus, happy-go-lucky, I'm a graduate. He's sending out graduation invitations. I didn't send out one graduation.
That's the thing, son. I never sent one graduation invitation because I didn't think I was going to pass that class.
Hey, this is the thing. Kyle and I stayed right next door to one another, and I said, Katie, man, Dr. Cole's out of town, man. I mean, I'm real nervous about this, man. I know I didn't pass the class, so I gotta find something out. So Katie acting real nonchalant, whatever. So I go up on campus. And his secretary's in there said, Dr. Cole won't be back until graduation. And I'm like, Ms. Johnson, please listen. I haven't sent down one graduation invitation. I need to know. She said, well, listen, it was 5 seniors in that class. Only one of them didn't pass. And I'm like, come on. And she said, and you're not that one. I said, okay, if you can tell me this, I mean, Kyle Dowling, is he that one? She said, no. You both passed the class. So
now I don't know this. I don't know that you're on campus.
Yeah, Kyle has no idea. So I called Kyle. I said, listen, man, you need to somehow come up on campus and see if you can meet with Dr. Cole. Why, son? I said, because you didn't pass. You didn't pass the class. Hey, to all you listening, he got a lump in his throat so big. To the point where I know he was crying because...
I wasn't crying, for real. I wasn't crying.
He was kind of wheezing, though. He was kind of wheezing real bad. And I said, yo, and I'm telling the story, straight face, voice, and everything. And I'm like, yo, you got to come talk to him. You got to. But I don't know what to do. That's Kyle. So when he came back on campus, I knew Dr. Cole was going to be out of town. I knew the secretary was not going to be there. So here we are, 2 days from graduation, and I'm going to let this thing ride as long as I can. So, hey, here I am. We turning up, drinking, throwing up some deuces. And he moping. He's like, I was like, hey, man, you got to do something, man. I don't know. You got to do something. But finally, I let him off the hook because, hey, they got me by telling me they weren't going to put my name on that project. I had to do that. And I let this thing go as long as I could. I was afraid that this guy was going to just off himself. Had to take a shoestring, any type of medication, cold medicine.
So he finally told me that. And I don't even know. To be honest, I don't think it even went a day. I think you might have told me like later that day. Because I remember we got off the phone, and I remember Sharice was like, she's like, it's going to be okay. I was like, man, I was like, whatever. And I was now when I found out that he was joking, it was a range of emotions, folks. Like, part of me, was happy to know that I was graduating. And the other part of me, wanted to choke the life out of this dude, man. And dare you play with my emotions like that. Oh, hey. Man. But that's what friends do.
Yeah.
Hey, but I put it, and I told you this. I told you this that day. If it had been anybody else that had pulled that trick on me, I'd have killed him.
Hey, I hadn't heard from Terry. I thought she was going off yourself. I wasn't sure what you was going to do because you was an emotional wreck.
Man,
I mean, you was mentally and physically out of it.
I did not cry, but I did have a lump. Because here's the thing, I didn't send. And I remember my mom kept asking me, Did you send out a graduation invitation? Did you send it to your aunt? Did you send it to your uncle? And I was like, no, Ma, I'll do it. And I never got around because I just did not know if I was going to pass financial management. And financial management, obviously, I end up in finance for my career. One of the few classes that I took that I really, really, looking back on it now, I really should have paid more attention. And I'll never forget Dr. Cole was like, he said, you should invest in the Wall Street Journal and don't buy Tommy Hilfiger, buy stocks and bonds. And I was like, yeah, whatever, Dr. Cole. I'm trying to be fresh, man. I'm trying to be on the yard looking swag. I'm trying to be swagged out. I ain't trying to, be buying no damn papers. But yeah, man, that was that we have so many funny stories. That one was one that probably could have ended Mo's life. Because I would have killed him.
I was afraid you was going to jump out the building or something, man. I mean,
man.
Yo, you was hurting that day, son.
Because here's the thing. We've been in school for 5.5 years. All I was thinking about was, like, I can't tell my mom I got to come back for another semester. I couldn't.
Hey, son, you was like, huh? I don't know what to do.
Man. Oh, man. It was and to be honest, looking back on it, I don't know how long it was from the time that you told me that to the time when you came clean. I think it might have been maybe an hour if it was that long. But yeah, man, I was hurt. I didn't cry, but boy, I was
Not that I saw. No. you cried.
Oh man, we get notification that we got about 90 seconds left, man. Gotta thank everybody for tuning in, man. Me and this dude, man, we just sit here, we wax poetic for two straight hours. And trust me, we just really scratched the surface on what we could talk about. I'll leave you all with this, man. Our late coach, one of our assistant coaches, Coach Willie, he came in at halftime one time and he said, here's a dime. He said, this dime is going to be, he says, not about what you do on this football field today. He says, about the moment 10 years from now when you will pick up the phone and call your guy standing next to you or the guy across the room and call him and just say, hey, man, I'm thinking about you. Do you remember the time when we did da-da-da? And that's what this is about. That's what our friendship is about. That's what South Carolina State means to us. And I thank Coach Wheeler for those words that always stuck with me. He could have come in and talked about anything, but he talked about how we forged friendships and brotherhoods that last a lifetime. That always sticks. That's going to do it for us, man. So for Mo, for me, your host, 12 Kyle, we'll holler at you next week. Peace.
Good night.
Bulldog.
Right now at Kohl's, buy more, save more. Take an extra 15% off. Spend $100 or more and take an extra 20% off. Go to Kohl's.com to download your savings pass. Then stock up with 40 to 50% off sweaters and fleece for the family, 40 to 50% off Carter's Fall playwear, and 50 to 60% off pillows, blankets, and throws. Plus, everyone gets $10 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. Right now at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
If you work in university maintenance, Grainger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Grainger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more. And all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, visit Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When the insurance company doesn't pay what you deserve after you've been hurt in an auto accident, the law firm of Greenberg & Betterman is here to help you. Get a free consultation today. Visit gblawyers.com. That's gblawyers.com and feel better.